Hello, folks, and welcome once again to TBA News, where you give us 32 minutes and we are going to give you as much of geekdom as we can. Why did I say 32 minutes? That's very exact, isn't it? Because it's only going to be 30 minutes,
It
right? Correct? Right?
really is,
Yeah,
yeah.
right? I don't know. It's awesome. Anyway, hey, folks, what's up? I am Antonio Pomares, aka the Hungry Bleak, and this blue clad individual next to me is.
Your girl Job Chan, what's up?
I'm looking at the blue, and all I can think are is Go Tar Heels. First thing I thought of. First thing I thought of, because I was a huge Tar Heels fan, like in my 20s, everything. So I had like Tar Heels, everything, just everything, crazy. Anyway, so folks, it's been a minute. There's a lot has been going on, but as always, TBA News is going to give you as much as we can, as best we can, and make it fun for you. All right, you ready to start?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's jump into the fray. So SUBSUME has a new title coming out. It is called Temporal 10th. The pretty much excuse me. The tagline for this is kind of like Black History and HBCUs meets Doctor Who. This is actually pretty cool.
Oh,
I love the idea. Right? Right? Yes.
okay.
Yes. Yes. This is awesome. This is a real cool project. It's basically the story is like a W.E.B. Du Bois, and or Du Bois as people are used to hearing it, I guess. Frederick Douglass.
Mm-hmm.
They are working together with H.G. Wells, from the Time Machine, and you end up getting a reveal that time travel is possible, and the series ties into like obviously Black history and STEAM, STEM, what have you, and just everything there. This is a really cool title. Look, the art is incredible, and you're
Mm-hmm.
getting like a nice amount of action. You're getting sci-fi. You're getting some steampunk, and you don't know what historical Black figures are going to be in this series, which I love too. Whoever pops up. A nice thing is
Ooh.
if you don't know who the person is, this is your chance to learn about someone new in Black history that you may not have heard, because they did not deal with a peanut, as we've all heard the story of the peanut, Washington Carver. Yes, right. So I mean, as you can see, like from here, um, could we see Katherine Johnson, who was one of the characters from the movie
Hidden Figures.
Hidden Figures, right? Might see her in the movie. We might see someone from possibly Tuskegee experiment, like Airmen. There's so many possibilities with this, and I love that fact. As I'm showing you this here, you can see our heroes of Dubois and Douglas talking to H.G. Wells, and you can see the classic time machine from the series, the classic the time machine, and the book and the movie, which like once you see that, like that sends chills down my back because I know that movie. I've seen that movie so many times. The
Mm-hmm.
and the remake with Guy Pearce, I want to say. So this is pretty cool, and then we actually get to see like modern day uh, students going through these really complex equations, and having that scientific mind and being these geniuses, and how it's all going to tie together. I'm just very excited about this. It just looks really cool, looks fun, and I'm always up for something new and exciting to read, truthfully. Not that I don't have a huge pile, but if I can add
Right.
something different to it, I'm all on board. So yeah, this is going to be awesome for us.
That's cool. Wait, how long is the is 22 more days as of today?
As yes, so when this drops, it will be at 20 days
Okay.
that you will have to pledge. As always, folks, I'm going to have the link in the episode description for the Kickstarter, so you can go check it out, see all the great tiers that are in there. I've already pledged, obviously. I always go on my phone, and I will just do it like that. Actually, Dedrin actually he kicked this off at the Schaumburg last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was there last minute. I didn't think he was going to be there. Then I walked upstairs and I was like, "Oh, I see the SUBSUME banner," and then I saw this young woman in I think it was a red SUBSUME shirt, and I was like, "Oh, I don't know her," So I was gonna go over and introduce myself and speak, and then I saw Dedra, and I was like, I didn't know you were gonna be here. He was like, I didn't know until a couple of days ago, and I was like, that okay, perfectly fine. So it was great to see. So yeah, I'm very excited about this. Side note, Schaumburg once again was an awesome event. Also, the Black Comic Book Festival is always beautiful, incredible. It's just so many incredible, beautiful Black people doing their thing and having these amazing books and art and everything. Marcus the Visual was not there, unfortunately. Java, I'm sorry, Marcus was not there.
Well, no, he was there. He was there last year.
Yeah,
and he's because he signed a piece for
year.
me.
Yes, I remember your eyes bugging out, much like the cartoon characters.
Because, like I said, I follow his work so much, and I'm like, I'm just as we're talking, I'm looking at my Miles Morales picture that he has, which still needs to be framed.
Yeah,
I still need to get like proper framing for half of my stuff in my room. So, but still, I'm like yes.
Yeah, so it was awesome to see that. So I was very excited when I got home and found out that this had been, because I didn't know that he had Kickstarter, he had premiered it there. I did not realize. Then when I got home, because I'm not on social media very much, and I saw that and I was like, oh, it's up, perfect. Went right on my phone, hit the Kickstarter app, went up, checked it out, download it, had to. So yes, I'm very excited about that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Awesome. What have you got for us, Java?
Well, like I said, it's all about the X-Men. All about the X-Men. You guys haven't been watching X-Men 97 has been out. No, not that X-Men. Wrong one. Okay. And you were in purple too. Doesn't help.
I mean, but I am excited about the movie that you're about to talk about. So
yes. So, as you guys know, the Deadpool and Wolverine have made a bond. They are finally talking, somewhat.
Yes.
We're talking about the Deadpool Wolverine movie that's going to be dropping. Oh my gosh, I forgot the date. I'm blanking.
Oh, was there a date shown already?
Yeah, I believe so. I definitely believe so. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry.
Coming soon, and I don't know why. I think it's just because I don't pay attention to the dates. I just see if something is out, and I'm like, okay, cool. I want to see it.
Oh no, it's coming out in it's coming out in July.
Oh, that's plenty of time. That's plenty of time.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. But still, it's like, they hype you up enough for it, and I've already I watched a teaser trailer, and then I watched the actual trailer. And I feel like watching Loki again for various reasons, because they do talk about the TBA, and I'm like, ooh, well, there's this. And then in the back of my mind, I thought about Spider-Man, what is it?
No Way Home?
No Way Home, because of the multiverse split. I'm like, ooh, well, there's that. So I'm like, what else are they going to put into it? And with Deadpool being Deadpool, there's already been so many like Easter eggs and like that I've seen within the trailer. Like there was a Century Fox that was like sitting in the background for no reason.
Yes.
For no reason. I'm like,
there's a reason.
What?
Oh, there's a reason.
I'm like, okay. And then there's a few other things, and we finally get Wolverine in his iconic outfit, which I'm excited to see. I wonder if he's going to put on his cowl, though. That's the only thing. I am debating. I know with his hair, it makes it look like it. Yes, I get that. But it's like, I wonder how it is, because I wonder how big it would be like for like the span, like where like his eyes are, like how big that actually looks. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because like there's so many variations of it. Like sometimes they're short. Sometimes like they just like kind of like go against like the head. So like I'm not too sure.
I think with that, I think it might be the design of the suit, but I think it's also depending on who's drawing it, truthfully. I think it might be that. I'm not even gonna lie, I kind of wanted to see his older suit. The one that was brown and tan.
Oh yeah, that
I kind of wanted to see that one, but the yellow and gold is his original design from when he was in Hulk. Comic when he made his first debut. But I kind of wanted to see that brown one just because that one was the one that I kind of first saw when I was a kid. So it was cool. But this looks fun. I don't like his hair in the movie though. It looks odd.
It's shorter.
Different. Well, it's short. Well, it was shorter in the Wolverine, the movie when he was in Japan. I like his hair in that movie, but for some reason his hair I don't know. It might just be me.
You know what? I don't know why I didn't think of it until now that we brought it up. If you look at the like OG X-Men, like that we had like between like the 80s and the 90s. If you look at Beast and if you look at Wolverine, their hairstyle is literally like the same.
You just noticing that?
I'm just noticing that now.
Excellent.
Listen,
Excellent.
don't mind. Listen, leave me alone, okay? It's
Excellent.
been a long week.
That was a running joke, I think, at one point where people were like, "Why do they have the same barber?" I was like, "Yeah." I think um, there's something actually there. I had this book that was it was about science and like genetics and everything like that. Because
Mm-hmm.
as a in high school, I was really into genetics, just genetics and biology, really into it. So I bought this book and it used the X-Men as examples to make genetics
Hmm.
and biology um, uh, relatable. And they had a reason why Beast and Wolverine had the same hairstyle, and it was because of like the it was I think it was because of something in their DNA was similar, like the bestial part of them was
Mm-hmm.
similar. Not like they were family or anything, but something was similar, and
Right.
that's why that's why their hair was in such a way. It also said that um, that Nightcrawler had almost something that's a tad similar because of the fur that Nightcrawler has, but it wasn't as as aggressive or as feral, I guess, as what
Mm-hmm.
Wolverine and Beast had. So there was a reason why. It was actually really. I actually ended up reading through the whole book at one point, and I would highlight areas that were really interesting to me.
Right,
So
but
yeah.
not to go deep into the lore, because now you just got like said, you know how we are when we start talking, and we just like
Hmm.
we're only gonna talk this much, and then boop, go into
Hmm.
the rabbit hole. But Nightcrawler was technically like wasn't he or isn't he Mystique's son? Like I
Yes.
know she had yes, but I forgot who the daddy was. I can't remember
Well,
who he was.
that was recently revealed. I believe, if I'm correctly, it is Destiny.
Oh,
No, no, no. Wait, Destiny is the mother, and Mystique is actually the father, because Mystique
mm.
is
Oh
in
yeah,
essence
she's shaped
truly like binary if you really want to think about it. I mean, well, no, I
technically,
think
yeah.
yeah, but I believe that Mystique does identify as female, but can change body, you know.
Yeah.
So I believe it's actually Mystique is the father and Destiny is the mother, if I am correct. I believe
Mm.
so, which is so interesting to me when that happens. I was like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, but I would love to see that story told in the movie somehow. But I'm excited about this. I like seeing the goofiness and the straight man kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see all the cameos that they can possibly throw in this movie because there are a boatload that have been known and not known.
Right. I want to see how it all plays in because, like I said earlier, they had the TVA going. They
Hmm.
had the TVA talking about it. Obviously, like Deadpool has like the relationship with the X-Men, especially with Wolverine. So that's already like another like two
Hmm.
franchises put together. But also the fact that now, like when you think about the TVA, you think about Loki, and you're wondering like, okay, where within the Loki franchise does this follow into? In regards to this, if you think about it, like is this like in like another like parallel between like the
Hmm.
Loki seasons, or is it going to be like something totally different, like a side story type of thing? You know what I mean? I like that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about like all the different ways like you could put stuff into it.
I mean, it's infinite of possibilities. Obviously, things that you can do. I think
Pun
even
intended.
basically. I think even in the comics, Deadpool and Loki have history. I think, but I think they're two of three characters that can break the fourth wall, along with She
Okay.
Hulk. I think those are three characters that can break the fourth wall in the comics. Um, and the other characters have no idea. So Deadpool knows he's a comic book character. He just doesn't, just whatever.
Yeah, because I'm trying to
Um,
think if I remember correctly from the second one. Didn't he technically go back to like right all of his wrongs, or just like
yeah,
B
yeah, yeah.
BS stuff?
He ended up killing Ryan Reynolds when he was reading the script for Green Lantern.
Yes,
He did something
and
else.
he shot himself in the original Wolverine movie because
Yes,
he's like no, and he's like
yes,
bang.
yeah. So he did all that stuff. This could be something really fun. First off, I hope this is really fun. It looks like it's going to be just a
Hmm.
really fun movie, and I hope it ties into and brings out more because we've already been introduced to the X-Men
Mm-hmm.
with the Marvels. So this
Mm-hmm.
is going to be very interesting to see where they go from this. I'm excited. I want to see this. I want to see the different variants of different characters. Who we'll see, who won't we see? How will this tie into future movies? This is going to be very
Mm-hmm.
exciting. This is going to be cool.
Indeed.
Yeah. So our next story, this is actually a cool one too. For any of our con goers, present company included, we have the Atlantic Comic Con. This is going to be August 17th and 18th. This is going to be in Virginia. I thought I was going to say
Ooh,
Virginia in a much
Virginia.
cooler way, but it didn't happen. Yeah, this is going to be in Virginia. Um, this is actually the brainchild of, I want to say, I believe this is Duran Flood and uh, Greg Burnham, I want to say. If I am wrong, please correct me, folks, because I enjoy being corrected about things. Um, which I think is going to be great. They're going to have, like, different guests. They're going to have an artist alley. They're going to have a gaming zone. It just looks like a lot of fun. It's going to be a 2-day con. It's going to be, like I said, Saturday, August 17th, and it's going to be Sunday, August 18th. It's going to be at the Sheraton Norfolk Waterside Hotel. Now, to make it even better for you, there are tickets that you can buy, but as always, I'm always going to give you that scoop, folks. There's also a Kickstarter as well for
Ooh.
this one. Okay. There's a Kickstarter. I actually already pledged. Whether I'm going or not, I still just wanted to pledge to it so I can
Mm-hmm.
help support them as much. Yeah, so you'll have different tiers as well for pledging. You can make a pledge without a reward if you want, but you can also do like a Saturday pass. There's a limited early bird special pass, which is $40 for both days,
That's not bad at all.
which is pretty good. And that's you get. I think there are 25 of them, and they still have 23 of 25. So if you want, go check that out. After that, you have general weekend pass, which
Mm-hmm.
is 50, VIP full day pass, and you'll see the different rewards that are there. There's a t-shirt. Y'all know I love t-shirts, but I got to calm down
Mm-hmm.
on all the damn t-shirts because summer's coming up and I got enough t-shirts. But yes, this is very cool as well. You'll be see, and this is just some of the guests that are out here that they're going to have: Larry Stroman, Aletha E. Martinez, Todd Johnson, Newton Lavoie, Jessica Cage, Marcus Williams, and Stephen
Hey.
Harris, David Krause. I knew that one would get you.
I
So,
actually met David Krausen before. He
yeah,
was at J1 last year.
he's awesome. Yeah, Harriet Tubman is one of the best
Mm-hmm.
comic books. It's just incredible. Yeah, so you'll see they'll have different panels about STEM and comics or do yourself cosplay workshops. So yeah, this is awesome, and these are some of the shirts and the sweatshirts that they'll have, the hoodie that you'll be able to go with.
Ooh,
Oh, they
nice
even have
mouse
like
pad.
yeah, I was about to say that's nice. Okay, cool. So yeah, if you have the chance, please go to the Kickstarter, check it out. As of this episode airing, you will have 26 days to do this. Yeah, it's 2020. Yeah, it'll be 26 days. So please go check this out. This is very important. This is one of the things that we talk about. We want to have out there. So let's hope and let's if you don't have the funds to do it, I totally understand that too. But
Mm-hmm.
share it, check it out
Yeah.
because Greg is one of the coolest people, nicest people possible. Tuskegee Airs. He's written a Superman story, and Ghouls Just Want to Have Fun. He's written Milestone stuff. One of the nicest guys out there, and also one of the best writers out there too. Bottom line, seriously. So there you go with that one. Awesome. For any con goers, I mean, and people who do cons all the time. Not that I'm shouting anyone out or anything who is like a journey
Be able
artist
to
all
I
over
won't
the
be able to
place.
go to that one.
I
I
don't
think I
know.
have another one booked for that weekend.
I'm just saying it's there.
I know. I mean, like, if I had the funds to go, like, I would
Yeah,
go.
yeah. That one would be one that I think next year I really want to go to MomoCon. I want to go to Dragon Con.
I
I would
definitely want to
love to
go to
go to
Dragon Con.
Dragon Con.
Yeah.
Looks like it's absurd. It just looks so,
Oh,
and I
oh
love
yeah.
their badges are always perfect, honestly. So yeah, so that's what's going on as far as the con. Highly excited for them. Hope it works out. Cross my fingers. Let's make it happen. As always, folks, I'll have the Link in the episode description
Mm-hmm.
for that con and the Kickstarter as well. And what are you talking about now, Java? I think this is going to be the bulk of the show, truthfully.
I'm just gonna start off with the little tune. Beanie. We talk about X-Men.
Yes.
X-Men.
97.
97.
Yes.
97.
Got to put some respect on it.
Lord. Like, I have to watch the last 2 episodes that they just released, but like episodes 1 through 6, especially 6.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's a lot.
So for me, I am thoroughly enjoying it. Obviously, I'm not comparing it to like the original one. Like, if I had to, I would have to like first watch the original one to actually see if there was any difference to like the new
like
one.
all over again, watch it.
Yeah, but like I'm enjoying it. I like how they're bringing life into what we grew up in watching as it, and how like they've not changed, but like they made things known now that was like kind of like underlining stuff where it's like, oh, so this person's this. Oh, they're actually showing like, romance stuff without like you having to pretend to ship people in your minds or like read within the comics. We're like, okay, that this couple has a relationship. My thing is though, it's just like it's mind blowing that some of the stuff that I've seen, I'm like, this is on Disney. Like episode 6, the way they did it, like this is on Disney.
I think. I mean, honestly, with the story, they had to do that. They had to mature the story because let's be honest, this cartoon is for us. It's not for 12, 13-year-olds. So, and I love that they did this with the movies, also MCU movies. As they got older and we got older, they had to mature, they had to progress it, they had to start telling more mature stories. And episode 6 does a lot. But there are other little things that they've done to like little Easter eggs that they've done where like even in the opening, they I think somebody was saying that in the very first episode, Jean, her hair is down, but then when Jean returns, her hair is in a ponytail to show that. How they're changing the characters in the title screen is cool. How like they have different characters in there now, like depending on who's there. Bishop got a haircut. He needed that haircut. He needed that. He needed that haircut. That hair is tight. But they've done a lot of great things. One thing I will say, and I don't know if you noticed this, and I only saw like a couple people talking about this. Magneto. When Rogue is remembering Magneto, she talks about being a young girl.
Okay.
And you see how old Magneto is when he's sitting in that chair when she first comes in. A lot of people have been saying that Magneto was a groomer.
Ooh.
And I don't mean pets.
Yeah.
So even stories like that, hinting at that could be a storyline that goes further later on, is very key and incredible to do that. I mean, the love triangle between the three of them, and how that possible grooming can play into that story.
Yeah.
There's a lot that they're doing in this cartoon, and with only 10 episodes. But they're doing
only
a lot.
10.
It's only 10.
Oh wow. Okay.
Always, one thing I will always say: always leave your audience wanting more. Never fully feed or overfeed your audience. Always leave them wanting more. But it's also an animated series, so that how long did it take them to draw all this to begin with?
That's true.
That's why I'm never upset when anime series are short, because I'm like, oh yeah, I couldn't do it. It would have took me 1,000 years to draw one scene. Yeah, of course.
You're right. But go ahead.
No, but I'm saying it's very. I wasn't a fan of it. Well, I wasn't excited about it when it first came out. I thought it was just going to be more of like a nostalgia grab. I was like, oh, okay. Then when they got to episode 3 or 4, I was like, oh, okay. Then 5, I was like, oh, okay, bet. Then 6, all the callbacks, the name's Gambit, remember it, like all that stuff. That's the first thing you see in the mall when he's talking. He like, well, not his first thing, but when he's in the mall playing, he's like buying cards, and he's shuffling them and everything. And he goes to rescue Jubilee, and that's the first thing he says to the Sentinel. The Sentinel doesn't even under. I don't know why I always find that funny that the Sentinel doesn't. The Sentinel's like not having trying to have a conversation. I don't know why you said that cool line to it. Just, but that's just Gambit, whatever. But yeah,
Because I think it was maybe like episode. It was like episode 3. I think it was like when they were doing like the game episode, and I'm like,
yes.
I literally like when I saw, I'm like, I want to go to an arcade and play the X-Men game all over again. Like that was like the instant thing. I'm like, I want to play the X-Men game, and I got dibs on Wolverine.
I wanted to go back and get my SNES and pop in. I can't remember what X-Men game it was, but I think Mojo was in one of the SNES games. Like I think he was the big bad in it.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, yeah.
I'm like, you guys don't know about some, like, just give us a quarter and maybe like an hour. If we're good at it, we will be occupied.
And have the four players at one time just playing.
Oh yeah.
I was also it's even the way they even linked it to that was just so cool. And I actually love seeing Sunspot in the series. Sunspot is taking Jubilee's spot in the original series, being our eyes, like our eyes into this new world and being the new one there. I really love that fact, and the fact that they're using him to do it, a character who is known but isn't as widely known.
Right.
You know. So yes. What do you think? Well, first off, let me ask you. If you could have a team spin out from this series, like another anime series, what team would you want? I mean, you can go with any of them. You can go with X-Force, X Factor, the original X Factor. You can go with whoever you want. That doesn't matter. Whatever team.
You know what? I can't even say, because the way I grew up with X-Men, I went from X-Men that we grew up with, and then X-Men Evolution. Yes, I know it's very bad. That I don't. So like that was like my whole thing into the X-Men, and then besides like like when they had the spin off with Spider-Man and stuff like that. But so I wouldn't even know. Although I wouldn't mind seeing like the team, like the group in X-Men Evolution get a shine. So like I think it was like what's her face? She was technically like the new version of Wolverine.
Wolverine.
No. Wait, what?
Laura.
Yeah, because she was one of the two claws, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she actually goes by Wolverine.
Oh, she does. Okay. Yeah. See, like, so this sound like
she's actually the Wolverine. Like Logan is still around, but she's the Wolverine now. Like she's
okay.
They even had a series called Wolverines, where it was Logan, Laura, and his son, the Ken, who has.
Okay. See.
Trying to remember
that's how small my bubble was when it comes to X-Men, because I really didn't like know the whole genre of it, besides like those two shows, like maybe like a comic here and there, but like maybe like more groups, especially like I want to see Spike from X-Men Evolution.
Okay, yes.
Knowing that like from like I was really like reading stuff like online where like technically he was only for that show.
Yeah.
So he wasn't even like, a true X-Men, but like I liked his style though. I'm like, okay, I like this. And I'm like, yeah, you have relationship because Storm is your auntie or whatever. And I do love that bond that they have. So I would like to see Spike, Laura, maybe Kitty, but I want to see Rogue from the Evolution version, because she was like a lot more emo. She wasn't like, punky and like out there.
Wait.
Oh, okay.
Wait, because what happened in episode 6 really affected her in a lot of ways. So wait.
I know. I see episode 6, but yeah, I'll watch that one. But I'm talking about at least from what I have knowledge of, just those people from Evolution I would like to see. So Spike is definitely one of them I would like to see, like, in a group.
I think,
and maybe Nightcrawler.
Spike might have been put into the comics after that because of his popularity. I think. I mean, that's how Harley started. Harley started in the no. excuse me, not no, yeah, Harley,
Harley
Harley,
started
and
an animated series, and
and
then she had her own spinoff because
yeah,
she was a fan favorite.
yeah. On the Mercy too. The Mercy started in the animated series, but it's probably these characters get so popular to go, yeah, like why don't we put them in the comic? Um, with the appearance of Cable, that pretty much opens up all the doors for me as far as
Mm,
the New Mutants and X Force. I've always been a fan of X Force because they've always been the ones who have been proactive
okay.
as far as trying to, because first started out as the New Mutants, then Cable came along and he was like, no, no, you're no longer students, you're now soldiers. And then the X Force was born, and they just became. And X Force is in every incarnation. X Force has been proactive. Scott even had a team of X Force where they wore like black and white suit, like black and gray suit, excuse me. And it was
Mm,
Wolverine, it was Warpath, Wolfbane, Archangel. It was all the trackers and killers,
mm,
and he sent them out on missions to go at. And it was a beautifully painted series, and it was very visceral. And it was, I think Psylocke was part of the team too, because Psylocke and Archangel were in a relationship at the time, maybe. But I want to see something like that more. But with them doing more mature storylines, you're
mm-hmm,
going to get more of that, because you see what happened to Storm. Even
mm-hmm.
Storm has a
That was
beautiful
rough.
arc. Storm has a
Like,
beautiful arc. Absolutely,
yeah,
exquisite.
I felt bad
When
for
you
like
watch
in the
those two
beginning.
episodes.
I feel bad
Mm,
for like in the beginning where I'm like, she is a fan favorite, and y'all gonna take her out like that. I'm like, y'all rude. I'm like, evil.
just
But I
but
do know what you're
it's
talking. I do know what you're talking about. But I have to rewatch that part.
it's uh it, it- yeah, they could at first you're upset. You're like, oh my goodness, yeah, that's how upset you are that you got to get it like a text message.
Mm-hmm.
That's how upset people were. They're still upset texting me. Um, yeah, when you first see it, you're like, oh my god, why would he do that with her? Then you see the arc that she goes through, because it happened in the comics too, like her and Forge, and it adds this really great dimension and depth to it. Like they've really found a way to balance, the action and everything with this depth
Mm-hmm.
of storytelling, but also giving you these reminders from the original series, and even taking nods from the video game
Mm-hmm.
of a Marvel versus Capcom, or Street Fighter versus X-Men, where when you see Scott fighting and you're like, wait, I know those moves,
Yep.
and they're from the game. And even Rogue in her episode, which is episode 7, you'll see
Okay.
moves that she did in the video game, and you're like, oh my god, it's such a, yeah. There's so much there. They've done a lot with the uh, amount of lore, um, which is Pharaoh's favorite word. The amount of lore that's just that's not as far as X-Men, um, and the amount of time that they had and everything. They put in a lot in there, and it's, I want to see where they go with this series to the
Mm-hmm.
end, because like I said, there's only 2 more episodes, and episode 7 and 8 really rev you up, and you're like, wait, hold on. You're even surprised by Jean, truthfully.
Mm, okay.
Yeah, it was very surprising, like what happened with Jean. You'll laugh and you'll go, oh yeah.
Okay.
But it's
All
very
right.
interesting. I'm just ready for them to get to that point where it's, I would love for them to do a Krakoa arc. I think that would be further on down, but what they've done so far is incredible. It's really, really good. I recommend anyone who has not seen it, if you have a Disney Plus account, or if you know somebody
Mm-hmm.
who will allow you to be a part of their account, say pretty please and thank you. Give them gas
Yep.
money or something. I don't know,
A
and
cookie.
watch it. Facts, and watch it, because it's really that good. And especially if you were a fan of the original series, there are a lot of callbacks that will,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And there's, yeah, definitely
That's
a fan.
good.
But watch the 2 episodes. Watch.
All right. I'll watch them. I'll watch them.
When you're done watching them, just message me
Okay.
and let me know what you think of Rogue, and what you think of what someone says about Magneto. someone says something about Magneto, and you're like,
You might see my answer in the form of gifts, so just be
okay,
prepared for that.
okay, yes, because I know that your gift game is very pinpoint, accurate, and visceral,
It really is.
and extremely detailed. Yes. Um. Yeah, but I think that's pretty much it for us, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot going on. We have a lot to catch up on. We're also trying to live lives, there's no what have you, but
keyword is try.
we're yeah, very keyword. That's all caps. No cap, just all caps. I'm sorry that I even did that joke. I apologize. That was a horrible joke. But yes, we will be back for you. Next week we will be coming at you with more stuff that is going on. But if there's anything that you'd like to see from us, please let us know in the comments and DMs, what have you. Let us know because there's a lot of stuff that we'd love to talk about. And if there's something that we might not be seeing, let us know because we're here to talk about geek and especially black indie geek cult stuff. Like,
Yes, sir.
we're here for that. All right. So on that note, Java, you got any final words for the folks?
Peace with the chicken grease and make sure you hydrate.
Right. For myself, it's that time of year, folks. The webbing, the elbows, the
Oh yeah,
ankles,
all that.
get it all up in there. Get that body butter up in there. Yeah. Unfortunately, the place I would normally tell you to get body butter is having issues right now. So go on Amazon, go to your local Target, CVS, whatever. Get some shea butter, get some almond milk, get in the webbing, please. It's very important, and you'll honestly thank me for it. Yes.
Next.
True. Yeah. Stay hydrated. Be safe out there, and yeah, we will see you next time. All right. See you later. Peace.
Later.
Destiny.